Hello everyone, I am Basanta and welcome to my channel Automation Made Simple. In this video, I am going to talk about software automation testing, current scenario and scope of automation testing in Nepal, why do we need automation testing and when to automate tests. Automation testing is a hot topic nowadays and various software organizations prefer software testers or QAs who have a good knowledge on automation testing. Let us take a look at the few IT companies of Nepal which are opting for QAs or software testers with automation skills. Cotiviti Nepal, Automation Engineer, Lockpoint, QA Engineer, Perisk Nepal, QA Automation Engineer, Fuse Machines, QC Automation Engineer, EV Pulse, Quality Analyst. The IT companies that we just viewed were not just any IT companies but the top IT companies of Nepal, and all of them prefer QA with knowledge of automation testing. So why there is so much demand of automation testing skill nowadays? To understand this, we have to understand what software automation testing is, how it can help software testers in their job, and what are its main advantages. Automation in simple terms means to make a machine or device such as a computer, mobile phone, washing machine, etc. perform a certain task without any human intervention. Can be achieved by providing certain set of instructions to the device. The device will carry out the instructions, and when it has finished executing all the instructions, the desired task will be completed. Let us understand this with examples of automation in real life. Setting alarm on the mobile phone. One of the examples of automation that we use in our everyday lives is setting alarm in our mobile phones, because once we set alarm for a certain time and day, the mobile will automatically ring the alarm on the date and time that we have set repeatedly until we turn it off. So once we set the alarm, we don't have to worry about repeating this task anymore. Here, the task to be automated is ringing the alarm at certain date and time, which will be done by the mobile phone. To achieve this, we have to give certain set of instructions to the mobile phone. Instructions include: first step is open alarm app on your mobile phone. Second step is set the time for the alarm. Third step is set the date for the alarm. And the last step is save the alarm settings. As we can see, after setting these instructions on the phone, the alarm will ring automatically as per the alarm settings. Other examples of automation that we use in our daily lives include washing machine. It turns off by itself when washing is complete. Rice cooker. It stops cooking automatically once rice is cooked. Now that we have a good understanding of what automation is, let us move on to automation testing. Automation testing, just like automation, is to make a machine or a device perform the testing task automatically by providing certain set of instructions in the form of script or code. Let us understand how we can achieve automation testing with an example. Suppose we have to test Google, in which we have to verify the following. Verify whether Google homepage is displayed upon entering the URL https www.google.com on address bar of Chrome browser. Verify title of Google homepage is Google. Verify Google can make a search with keyword automation. Let us take a look at how we can perform these tests manually. The first test is to verify whether Google homepage is displayed upon entering the Google URL on the address bar of Chrome browser. To verify this, I will first open the Google Chrome browser. Here, I have to enter the URL of the Google. So https www.google.com. So we will have to verify Google homepage will be displayed or not. So Upon entering the URL https://google.com on address bar of Google Chrome browser, here we can see that Google homepage is being displayed. Okay. Let us verify the second test. The second test was to verify whether the title of the Google homepage is Google. To verify this, we have to first open the Google homepage, but I have already opened the Google homepage, so let us verify the title is Google or not. So to verify this, we have to view the title in here. So here, the title name is indeed Google, so the second test is also passed. We can verify the title by inspecting the Google homepage code also. For this, I will have to right click and then I will select the inspect option. And after I have selected the inspect option, there will be another pop-up window like this. I will place it down here. So when we inspect, we will get this type of HTML code from our alignment tab. In here, we can verify the title from here also. So I will have to click on here, and then here this title, Google title. So we have to verify whether the title of the Google homepage is Google, and yes, the title is indeed Google. And we can verify this from the menu bar itself. It says Google in here. Okay, the second test also has been verified. Now let us move on to our third or the final test. So it was to verify Google can make a search with keyword automation. So let us make a Google search with keyword automation. So we have made a search with keyword automation. So there are different search results stored by Google regarding automation. So we have successfully verified all the tests manually. So now let us see how we can perform all these steps using automation. For this, I will have to open Eclipse. So to verify the Google test via automation, I have created a script. First of all, I have created a project called Google. Inside Google, there is a source code, there is package name Google Test Suite, and there are Google classes. To verify our first test, that is verify whether Google homepage is displayed or not, I have written this script from this homepage.java file. Here, I will be talking about all these things later in my other videos, but for now, just try to understand what I have done. So what I have done is I have written the code to open the Google Chrome browser and enter the URL as https://www.google.com. So if Google's website is opened successfully, then a message will be printed out on the console as navigated to Google homepage successfully. Otherwise, if for some reason the Google's homepage is not open on entering the URL https://google.com, then there will be some message thrown out as an exception message, and the message goes as test1 failed, could not navigate to Google homepage. So let us run this test and find out how this test will work out. So to run this test, I will just have to click on the run button, and here it is running. So Google page has been opened. Now it has closed. So as you can see, the Google homepage was opened from this automation script on entering the URL https://www.google.com, and so because this URL was open, that means our test has passed. So because the test has passed, we are getting this message: navigated to Google homepage successfully on our console. Here, this is the console. This console, and here this is the message: navigated to Google homepage successfully. So what will happen if for some reason Google homepage is not open upon entering the URL like this? Now we know that upon entering the correct URL, Google homepage will definitely open. So to purposefully fail our test, I am going to make some, I'm going to change URL like this .com one. Now we know such URL does not exist. So that means Google homepage will not open upon entering this URL. So that means our message should be displayed as test1 failed, could not navigate to Google homepage. So will this message will be displayed or not? Let us see. I'm going to click on this run button. So our test is starting. Some messages are being displayed. Chrome driver has started successfully. Okay. Google did not open, right? The homepage of Google did not open. So what is the message that we are getting on console right now? The message is like this: test1 failed, could not navigate to Google homepage. So we can write our automation script like this. This was for verifying our first test, which was verify whether Google homepage will be displayed upon entering the URL on address of Chrome browser. The second test is to verify title of Google homepage is Google or not. I have written the script for this also. So title, okay, this title Java. So I have written the script for this also, and when it runs, if the title is indeed correct, if the title is indeed Google, then a message will be printed on console as the title of Google homepage is Google. If the test fails, if the title is not Google, then we will be getting the message as test2 failed. So let us run this test and find out if this test will pass or not. So Chrome driver was started successfully. So it has started successfully, and now let's see. Okay, we are getting the message. Title of Google homepage is Google. So that means our test has passed, and for our final test also, to verify Google can make a source with keyword automation. Let's run that script also. That is Google search. Yes, this one. Let's run this. So automation, it is automatically. Now we are getting these results, and I have closed the browser. So if the search result is equal, then I have printed the result as search results contain the word automation. Otherwise, if we cannot make the Google search, then the message will be printed on the console as test3 failed. So our test has passed means we can make a Google search using the keyword automation. So we are getting this message: search result contains the word automation. Let us see the console. Google search can be made successfully using keyword automation, and search result contains the word automation. So in this way, we can write the automation script for verifying certain tests of Google. Now we have performed these tests manually as well as using automation script also. So There might be question now, if we can do testing manually, then why do we need automation testing? We need automation testing because software development process requires a lot of time and effort. Software engineering requires development of hundreds and thousands of features and functionalities, all of which need to be tested thoroughly. Software testers may have to test the same features and functionalities repeatedly due to bug or changes requested by the client. So, in order to cover all the required testing process and to avoid retesting manually, automation testing can be implemented as it reduces human effort, saves valuable time, and increases productivity. In our previous scenario of testing Google, we tested three things. In real-time scenario of software development, what will happen is that initially, developer will develop the first feature, that is to develop a Google homepage. After completion of this feature, developer will ask QA to verify this feature. QA will perform testing activity and identify if there are any bugs or defects. If there are any bugs or defects, then QA will inform developer regarding the bug and ask the developer to fix it. Developer will fix that bug and ask the QA to retest. So, this process will continue until there are no any bugs or defects, which means retesting occurs until bug has been fixed. So, if we adopt automation testing in this type of cases, then we can save a lot of time and effort of testing the same thing again and again manually. Also, the cycle of developing, testing, fixing bug, and retesting will occur for each and every feature, which means software testers have to go through a lot of retests. Hence, automation testing comes in handy in this type of circumstances. Also, software testers have to retest different features even though there are no bugs as the size of the software increases. This is because features of a software are dependent on each other. Development of a new feature or functionality might lead to a bug in another working feature. Let us go back to the scenario of testing Google. Here, let us suppose a developer has developed the first two features and upon testing, everything is working fine. For development of last feature, suppose a new developer comes in and develops the final feature. Now, this new developer might have his own way of writing code, applying logic, and his own way of doing things. He might develop the last feature successfully, but this new development might lead to bugs in the previous features. The previous features, such as opening of Google website, the title of the page may be changed from Google to something else. Due to this reason, software testers have to retest different functionalities even though they have already been tested. Hence, as the size of the software increases, software testing becomes more and more challenging. So the ultimate solution to face this challenge is to implement automation testing. I hope we have a clear concept of what automation testing is, why we should use automation testing, and how it helps us in software development. The final topic of this video is when to automate tests. Tests should be automated under the following conditions. The first condition is functionalities do not keep on changing. If functionalities keep on changing, then we have to keep updating our automation code also, which results in more effort and time. So, tests should be automated only when functionalities are fixed and are not subjected to any change. The second point is if the size of the project is large. Writing automation script also takes a lot of time and effort. So if the project size is small, we can stick to manual testing as all the tests can be easily covered from manual testing itself. The third point is if the tests are repetitive. If you have a large amount or multiple repetitive software tests to do, automation is often the best option to save on time and get more in-depth reliable results. And the final point is cost effective. Writing automation tests require people who are highly skilled, due to which implementing automation becomes very expensive. So, we should use automation only when there is sufficient budget and it is cost effective in the long run. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, goodbye.